Okay, let's try and do one that's not sexual. Can we throw it up there? Sloppy flappers. Sloppy floppers? Okay. One guy goes, titties. You call titties floppers? You do? Do you like them when they're sloppy? Just put a sloppy Joe on those bad boys. That's kind of what you're into? Well, look, I never thought I'd say this, but every single person in here is way fucking weirder than the guy with clown makeup on right now. Just yelling, sloppy floppers! The Set List was a show in the United Kingdom, and I was on it. It was really, really fun. And what it is we take suggestions of names of jokes from the audience, and then we compile, I don't, but the director compiles the set list, and then the first time that you see it is also the first time that I see the names of these different jokes, okay? Now, I just want to mention that there's a bucket here with suggestions that were not taken to put on the set list, so I may dip into that if I get in some trouble or if we want to have a little bit of fun in that way. So now I present to you a completely improvised set list, so let's start it right now. Throw up the first joke. Here we go. Okay, I don't know what it is, but it sounds like it may not be the easiest thing. So let's take a look. Butt plug bandit. It says butt plug bandit, and I want to say the penmanship is excellent for a bandit. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how many orgies you guys have been to. What's that? 4? No, you haven't. I can see from your body type that you've been to 2. One where you lied about how you look online. And then the second one because they felt sorry for you. This fucking guy. 4. Yeah, right. Were there butt plugs at the orgy? 2 butt plugs? What is this guy's got all these numbers? Been to 4 orgies. Butt plugs? Yeah, there were 2. How many buttholes? Just 1. How many people are there? Just 1. How many people were hard? 0. I like the butt plug bandit. I like that. Because you'd have to be really surreptitious at grabbing the plug. To be a real bandit, you gotta wear that Zorro mask, you know what I mean? You gotta wear the striped Hamburglar, kind of, the black and white stripes. And it's easy to be a bandit at an orgy, because the mask looks like kind of leather BDSM type of deal, right? And if you wear that striped sort of bandit shirt, you can also bring a gondola pole, pretend like that's the longest dildo, right? But you want to kind of sneak by people, see if they got a plug in. Yeah. If they see your eye in if they see that your eye in their plug, they'll kind of be like, hey, wait a second. I know, I was just checking out. And I always look for a plug that has the horse hair coming down. You guys don't know those? For pony play? Nobody knows that? Those are easy, right? You just walk by, right like that. Problem is, you don't want to pull them too hard, and I'll tell you from experience. Hey, I'm sorry, I've only been to 3, all right? But in my experience, you don't want to pull that pony play butt plug too hard, because it'll whip around, Oh, shit! All right, that's the first one. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. All right, throw the next one up. Never trust a fart. Well, this is from my father-in-law always talks about this. He talks about one of the best advice he ever got about being elderly is never pass up a bathroom, never trust a fart, and never waste an erection. And I always think about, has that ever happened to somebody all at once? You know what I mean? Let's take one from in here. Children of the corn note. The corn what? The corn hole. Oh, okay. What's going on with you guys in buttholes? What's happening? Is this a fucking Michigan thing or what? If you're not plugging that ass, you're trusting the fart to come out, or you're fucking having kids in there. Jesus. Oh, this one's interesting. How dragons have oral sex. Or, he goes, or TJ Miller bar mitzvah. It's just one or the other? It can't be both? I remember when I became a Jewish man and they had two dragons blow each other. Okay, let's try and do one that's not sexual. Can we throw it up there? Sloppy flappers. Sloppy floppers? Okay. One guy goes, titties. You call titties floppers? You do? Do you like them when they're sloppy? Just put a sloppy Joe on those bad boys. That's kind of what you're into? Well, look, I never thought I'd say this, but every single person in here is way fucking weirder than the guy with clown makeup on right now. Just yelling, sloppy floppers! Dragons blowing each other. All right, let's try another one. The night Mark Ridley got an STD. The night Mark Ridley got an STD twice? You guys really want to know about it? Well, it was me and it was him. And we had been invited to this, it was a get-together. And this guy said it was going to be a really special night. He assured us that he'd been to 4 other nights like this. And he promised us that each of the butt plugs were clean. And we did what's called a dragon suck. And all of us ended up getting pretty sloppy floppers. That's the night that Mark Ridley got an STD. Let's go into the bucket. A pirate hooker. Guys, hasn't anybody ever thought putting like awkward evening at the library? You know what I mean? A pirate hooker's got one leg, one eye, one vagina, and does she have 2 sloppy floppers? Throw another one up here. I'll tell you what, Viagra cupcakes. Just, you got to imagine that there's some older guys that are like, I'll never take that stuff, you know what I mean? But the wife is like, God damn, I want oral sex, you know what I mean? I want some of that dragon cunnilingus, you know what I'm saying? Some of that hot breath on my goddamn front part. And so you gotta start trying to figure out how you can get him to take Viagra. Without, you put it in his soup, and he's like, I gotta drink. I thought this alphabet soup, there's all these blue pills in here. Try and put it in his Fruity Pebbles. He's like, this one doesn't taste like fruit at all. Tastes like I shouldn't have wasted an erection. But if you give him cupcake and there are little sprinkles on the top, then you just hope that he takes just a single bite of the cupcake, so he'll get one of the Viagra things. But he's just excited about the cupcake and just eats the whole thing. And then you gotta wonder what's gonna happen, you know? Because if you take like 2 Viagra, have you guys taken a Viagra? Round of applause, guys. Anybody taking a Viagra in here? Oh, really? Oh, sure, yeah. Absolutely. Everyone's like, not me, and I don't even like cupcakes, goddammit. This guy said it loud and proud. He was like, you better believe it. Look, his wife was like, woo! And then this guy's wife was like, he took one, and he's like, and she's like, yeah, he did, it was great. And he's like, yeah, I took one. You ever taken 2? Because if you take more than 5, you gotta be careful. And I'm talking specifically to this guy because the way you did it and the way your wife went crazy at the idea of you getting an erection maybe even tonight, I feel like you're one of the guys with a bigger one. So you gotta be careful. If you take too many Viagra, that thing will just fong, and then just, if it's big enough and it looks like it is with you, just fong, and then it'll just knock you over backwards. And you'll pass out, but you'll still have an erection, so then it's your turn to do whatever the fuck you want. Yeah. Get pirate on that hook and shit. Get those floppers sloppy. I can't wait to tell my wife about this afterwards. She'll be like, how was the last show? I was like, oh yeah, it was a G-rated evening. You know what I mean? All right, let's see what we got. Come on now. You can only do 1 or 2 more. Seductive water sports. What's that? Oh no, I'm just watering the lawn. Yeah, you can watch if you want to. That's fine. Oh my God, what have I done? Whoops. Oh geez, what's going on? I guess I'll just have to bend over real quick. I'm gonna leave the hose right here. Oh. Woo! Oh dear. Oh my goodness. Looks like that's ready for a butt plug. Let's hope nobody steals it. Yeah. All right, we're gonna do 1 more out of the bucket and then that's it, guys. You've been amazing. This has been easily the most difficult of all of the set lists. By far. But I also kind of feel like all of you are gonna go home and watch pornography after this. And I hate to say it, but this is the type of show where, well, I'll tell you in a second. All right, let's do 1 more from up top. Socially awkward emotional support dog. There! Now we have one. Thank you, guys. This is just a normal one where I can talk about, isn't it weird when you find a support dog and you try and go to pet it and the dog's like, and you kind of feel like, does the dog like you more than and it's just so awkward. So what you do is you take the dog and you fuck it. You fuck the dog in the ass and you put a butt plug in there and then you hook the shit out of it like a pirate and get those little doggy floppers real fucking soggy and you suck on them. And you go home, eat a Viagra cupcake, and these 4 people are gonna have one hell of a fucking orgy. You know what I'm saying? Guys, thank you so much. Rob, this was so fun. Great weekend. Thanks to you guys. Rob, everybody else, thank you. Good night, Michigan. Good night.